Hey everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is episode 83. I'm so excited. I have my girl Fluid with me today.
Hey,
Fluid.
y'all. Hey.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Okay, so introduce yourself. Tell us a little
Okay.
bit about you.
My name is Miss Fluid, and I facilitate yoga and sound healing, and I do a lot of things. So my voice is one of my gifts, and so I use my voice in many different ways. I have that calming voice to teach yoga and to teach just in general in a calming, nurturing way. And I sing, I do music, I do a lot of things. So, yeah.
I love that. And we we met at an Ujima nonprofit fundraiser. It was a fashion show, so like a sustainable
Yes.
fashion show, so
Mhm.
brilliant with the youth.
Mhm.
And we were actually shopping for crystals and
Yeah.
copper jewelry from our friend Angel.
Yeah, she made these earrings. Check them out. Check them out.
So lovely. And we were just at the table vibing. And we were like, oh my
Yeah.
God, the art. And we
Mhm.
want Angel to be here too on the podcast so we can learn more about her.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
dope. I
she
love her.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was so beautiful. And yeah, just running into each other at different like arts and wellness events.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you find your soul tribe. Just when you just go to the places that you know you want to go to, and then you just keep seeing the same people. You're like, all right, I guess we meant to be friends, cause
Obviously.
right.
Yeah, that's so sweet. I love that girl. Finding the tribe. And okay, so tell us, like, I'm a yoga girl. Tell us, when did yoga really click for you?
Mm. So I've been doing yoga my whole life, even before I knew what yoga was. So I was always attracted to things like The Last Airbender and stuff like that that taught meditation, taught chakras. I've always liked anime that teaches you something, and even like as a child. And so I remember being in my room like trying to levitate because I had seen something about levitating. So I would be like meditating and doing all of those things. So I kind of always did yoga, but the a more westernized version of yoga presented itself to me when I was about 14,
Yeah.
which was P90X yoga.
Oh my
So
God.
that was intense.
That's hilarious. P90X is so hard. It was
It's
like an
so
at-home workout.
intense.
I did
Yeah.
Insanity, so I was like a Shaun T girl, but
Mm.
it's hard, but it's amazing.
Yeah, it's really good for you.
Yeah.
But like it was my brother had the tape and so he was going through it and I was like, I can't do none of this. Let me at least try the yoga. Let's see what that's talking about. And that was intense. It was like 3 hours long.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I just started off doing as much as I could and then eventually I made it to the full 3 hours. And that really taught me good discipline. And then while I was in the Navy, yoga just really helped me with calming my mood and when I was feeling depressed it would help lift my mood and so I used it a lot to balance my moods and to also help with my discipline.
Yeah.
And then when I got out of the Navy I ended up going to school to teach yoga and it was still more westernized yoga. It was Yoga Fit. That was where I first learned how to teach yoga.
Yeah.
And then I met my guru in 2021, and she taught me the heritage behind yoga, the true spirituality behind yoga. And that's when I really got to know yoga more in depth.
Oh, so beautiful. I love how you talk about anime. Okay, my son is into it, and
Yeah.
I think it's so beautiful that, like the Eastern cartoons and kids stuff talk about this all the time.
They teach you things. They literally actually teach good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, key important things.
Yeah.
And then I also forgot that you were in the Navy, girl.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. But imagine being a yoga girl, who knows things. Like, yeah, we did some kind of training, some military stuff to get here.
Yeah.
But I also have this other training that seriously makes the difference for me. Yeah. That's lovely. Lovely girl. And then tell us about the music now. So how did that start? And I want to hear more about the music.
Yeah, so since I'm telling my whole life story, I might as well start from childhood.
Okay.
But as a kid, my voice was more suppressed. I wasn't really able to speak up. And that was I was raised in a religious cult. So that was in the cult where women were not supposed to speak up. And then also at home, my father was like verbally abusive to where like he didn't want to hear me singing. He didn't want any of that. So like I really I've had to really open up my throat chakra and to embrace my voice. Which started off with me first finding how to even express myself through words. So I started with poetry at 16.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I performed all over the world while I was in the Navy because I kept doing poetry. But I knew that I had a voice. I just was scared to share it with anybody. So then when I got home from the Navy, I took singing lessons. And that helped give me the courage to speak and to sing in front of people. Because, really with singing, it's a lot of mental. Yeah. It's really mental. You have to hear the note and know it and know that you can reach it. Yeah. If you don't believe that you can reach the note, you're not going to end up reaching it. Even if you really can. Right. Yeah. So after doing the singing lessons, I started doing music. And it was more like still poetry and rap. Okay. But even on my first album, before I even knew what sound healing really was, I had a sound healing song. It's called Release. Oh. I didn't know what I was doing. But it was actually really good. So I feel like I'm always being led in the direction that I'm supposed to be going in. And it takes many forms throughout the journey, but it always leads me to the perfect path for me. So like now my music is much more meditative and sound healing. Yeah. And it started off with rap, but it was positive rap. Because D1, he's a Christian rapper. Oh. And he was actually one of the first rappers that made me feel like I really wanted to rap. Wow. Because I loved how positive his messages were and that it wasn't gangster, it wasn't rah-rah. Because I'm a low-key little gangster, but I'm not gangster. Yeah. So, I don't show my gangster like that. Right. So, not unless I have to. And so, being at one of his concerts and seeing how kids were able to be there and like just the whole vibe, I was like, I want to make music that I would be proud for my nieces and my nephews to also hear. Yeah. And so even my rap is positive. I do say some things that I'm like, I hope they don't catch that. But but it's slick, right. Just like how in kids' movies, they still put stuff for adults.
They do. Yeah. Because they know who's taking them to the movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Girl, that's so beautiful. So I also started with like poetry and rapping in like elementary school.
I
and like
see you rapping.
I was so shy. Girl, I know. I do it with my son in the car, but
that's what's up.
We're going to get outside the car eventually. Yeah. We're here at the library where they have a beautiful studio, and she's getting all these like downloads about finishing the album, the next album, and like what are we waiting for? Like what are we like what is the hesitation, because the world needs this, just like you said, in positive things. Like in my DJ world, one of the DJs is a Christian DJ, and I have like never heard that in my life, life. And I'm like, whoa. And he slays like every time, and there's good beats and like it slaps, and I'm like, whoa, bro, like you're opening up a whole world. And I sent him a video on Instagram, and it was like a reggae hip hop Christian artist. And I was like, this guy reminds me of you, just to like further open up the genres. Yeah. And I remember coming to your yoga class, and it was a restorative class. So beautiful, y'all. If you ever have the opportunity, restorative is like my favorite yoga. It's so lovely. It's very chill. You're sitting in the pose for like several minutes. It's all about like being there instead of like exercise.
It's deep, intentional rest. And I really teach people how to rest. Even because I challenge people, but it's like, it's like, why is this hard? Like, it doesn't seem like it should be hard, but it's challenging, And I've even had people tell me that they were sore after restorative yoga just from like opening up their side more, like.
Right. Oh, yeah. So beautiful, girl. And then you know, you and we pair the yoga with the sound because they really go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand.
Right?
I don't even know what it looks like to not have both.
Yeah.
I don't do trap yoga. Like, I'm not going to a trap yoga class because that don't mix for me. Yeah. I know other people like it. They love it. To each their own. It just don't fit me.
Yeah. It's a lot of different vibes.
Yeah.
And so finishing the class, right? Most people know like Shavasana is like the last pose. You're laying down. It's often the hardest pose because you're not doing anything. You just need the floor and the earth to support you. And you just got to like let go, right? Yeah. And so then is beautiful for sound healing. So you played, girl, the harp.
Yeah.
The harp. And she sang, y'all. Yeah. I was like, heaven.
Yeah, I like to do a combination. My first time experiencing a sound bath was actually in Peru. And it was on a yoga retreat. And I felt like I levitated during that. And even though they didn't sing, they used so many different instruments.
Yes.
So right now I'm building my, repertoire?
Yeah.
And I have singing bowls, I have chimes, I have a harp. It's an ancient comedic harp. So it's also connecting me back to my roots.
Right.
Because when I learned yoga, after learning the westernized yoga, then I learned Indian-based yoga.
Yes.
And now I'm being more led to comedic yoga. So it's like this harp came right in time. It came right before. My harp came right before I met one of the OG comedic yoga teachers here in the States. He's in Chicago, but he teaches yoga retreats all over the world. Some in Egypt, some in Ghana, Jamaica, Brazil, all the places, right? So, you know, just divine guidance. I'm just here for I love that I'm able to be guided so divinely. Yeah.
Girl.
Because I can't make this up. I'd be surprised with my life. Myself.
Me too.
Like, is this really my life? This is reality. All right. I'm not dreaming.
Not dreaming. This is it. This is it. This is the freedom and like feeling good while you're doing it. Think about how many folks are in pain. Chronic, constant, like, you don't even know the other side, like what's possible once you like let some stuff go. You get some calming music, you meet some cool people, right? Because also like who's in the class, who is the teacher, is this like safe and nurturing and like lovely? Because you will cry. Like I often cry in restorative, you know, like I'm like, damn, you know, a lot of like heart openings but it's very gentle. And I think it's so important for folks to rest, just like you said.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I always find it so beautiful. Like, I feel like in my classes, it's like everybody is meant to be there. Like, you never really know who's going to come to class. But it always seems like the right people meet each other. You know, like it's always the same energy in each class.
Yes. And even the people you're sitting next to. You know, and like what they're talking about, how they're feeling when they get on the mat. You know, some folks are rushed. Some folks are kind of sad, right? Like everyone's coming in with different stuff, but we're all intentionally making space, like creating time for ourselves.
And usually I see that each person has something that the other person needs. Yeah.
We're over here sharing.
Yeah. And it's not just me, you know, like I'm a channel. I provide the space. But it's also everybody who comes, you know, like it's a collective energy.
The collective.
Because even the way that I teach is very intuitive. Like I have a plan, but sometimes I have to veer off of that plan completely based off of who's in the class. And sometimes I'll just be told like, no, you need to do this move next instead of doing, you know, the other thing that you had planned. And then somebody will tell me like, oh, I really liked when you did that. And I'm like, that must have been for you because that was not even in the plan.
And that's like a real teacher, you know, when you like can learn from the students, but also change your plan. That's so important for teachers. Like a student won't trust you if you think you know it all or you run this or I know the way. It's like, what? Like there's so many ways. Oh my God. So beautiful, girl. So I wanted to share a little bit about comedic yoga.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about that?
So I'm just getting into comedic yoga, so I can't really talk about it too much. But one of the things that I love about comedic yoga is the deep intentionality of it. It is even slower than the other yogas that I've learned. It's like the way that you hold your hands and you press into the palms is like everything is very structured, slow, intentional, and you really are working with so many of the little muscles and the little things within your body, that the little nerve endings and all of that, like, is even more intentional than the other yogas that I have studied.
I remember taking a class and just being blown away, because to me it reminded me of like superhero poses. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you're holding your arms like this, and then you're like that, and then it was like, like chest up, heart open, and you're just like angles, right? Like
the way
sacred
that you
geometry.
Hold your hands and move with
And if you look at the pyramids, Kemet is the other name for Egypt. When you go and you look at, the hieroglyphics, look at the poses, yo.
It's very intentional.
Yeah. Oh, so beautiful. So tell us about the upcoming plans that you have.
So I'm actually starting to host yoga retreats. Yoga retreats really have helped me so much in my journey. And it's so powerful when you take a whole week. I know that there's like 3-4 day ones, but I really feel like taking that time to really sit with your thoughts, because you need to be able to sit still and also like really focus on yourself in order to really make that progress for yourself. And to do that in community with like-minded people who are also striving for the same things, just like how I said, like we all each have something that somebody else needs, and we all are brought together in specific places at specific times for specific reasons. So I truly and strongly believe in divine timing and divine alignment. And I have my first yoga retreat is in Costa Rica, and that's coming up in November, which is basically in a month. And I'll also be hosting retreats in California, in Peru, and a few other places too. I'm making the connections. I'm doing all the things. And Peru is actually one of the places that I'm really strongly drawn to. Like I'm setting roots in Costa Rica, but I'm always being called back to Peru. So I know that I want to host retreats there. And there's a lot of people who have talked to me about hosting retreats in the States. And so that's why I'm like, okay, I found a farm in California that I believe will be perfect for hosting retreats. And so I want to make sure that it is accessible for people, but also like my goal is to get people out of the States. So most of my retreats will be out of the States. They will be in a different country, because especially for people who have never left this country, I think that is so important to go and experience other cultures and to go see what it's like to, especially Black people in America, in the U.S., like to go somewhere and know that the police, you ain't got to worry about police brutality. You don't have to worry about the same things. Like it really is a whole new feeling, and it gives you so much more confidence.
Yes, confidence.
To see how people exist in other places, and also to see that the stuff that we be tripping off of here in the States don't even really matter. It really doesn't matter.
That's major, girl. That's major. I think travel is like the best education, the best medicine,
It really
especially
is.
if you're stuck or you're a creative or, like you've never left, you've never done that. And it might be scary to go to the government and get a passport and like they take your picture, then you need to go to the airport. But like once you get on the plane and like you land, the world is so different. The food, the people,
food. Oh my God,
families, like just nature, you know?
You could really just start with the food, because that's one of the main reasons why I know I wouldn't raise children here in the States. Because it's hard for me to feed myself.
For real.
To find things like I literally don't go to grocery stores.
Yeah.
I can't eat anything in the grocery store. There's like one brand
Yeah.
that I can eat because they don't have any poison in it. And people don't even realize, even in all these vegan foods and all of this stuff, they're still putting poison.
Yeah.
When you see something like natural flavors that they're putting in everything, ask yourself, why are they putting it in everything? And what is a natural flavor? If it was natural, wouldn't you just tell me what it was?
Yeah.
Like if it was vanilla, you would say vanilla.
Right.
Because vanilla is a natural flavor. But you are creating something that tastes like something that's natural and using the word natural, but it's not natural.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a problem, you know, and I think that as we ascend, as we evolve, it's 2025. A lot of us shifted in 2020. A lot of us before that. Your diet changes. That is like a symptom of like evolution.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Literally. So, you know, gluten, right? Like I had a doctor tell me that's not real. And I was like, what? Like there's millions of people suffering from this.
Yeah.
And, you know, like when you finally take that out of your diet for like 30 days, see what happens to your body, to your skin, to your gut, to your stomach, to your appearance, and then your mood, your sleep, like, oh my goodness. And the fruits and vegetables, like, you know, being mostly plant-based like you, I can do eggs or, you know, gluten occasionally elsewhere, you know, like
in other countries.
it tastes better. Number one,
better.
It tastes way better, and it doesn't affect you because there's not so many chemicals. And I think that America really needs to think about like how deep it is, you know, water, food, like it's deep.
People here are way too comfortable with eating poison. When I say poison, they're like, "Oh, stop that! Don't say poison." We gotta call it what it is.
What do you mean?
It is what it is, and I'm not going to sugarcoat that because I want us to take better care of ourselves. There is a reason why there are certain food byproducts, because it's not actual food, like McDonald's and
byproducts,
all of the fast foods. Like there's a reason why they put that in certain areas versus where we at now in Frontenac. It's a whole nother type of food that you can even access.
Right.
So, you know, there's a reason, and we have to really be cognizant of that. We really have to, like, it matters.
It matters. And first it's like knowing, right? Like the red pill, okay, I understand this is real. But then it's like you have to have discipline around like navigating that. Like if this is the mainstream and this is what the school lunches are and this is, you know, the airplane food and the gas station, whatever, like how can I live like sovereign and, you know, take care of me regardless? And that might be like making friends with local farms like Ujima or other folks, or like growing your own food. I've been saving seeds for like a year. I've been waiting for this moment so I can go off because yo, like these are essential things.
Yeah, they really
essential.
are. Yeah. And planting trees, you know, like I think that's important too, to make sure that you are planting. Like, first of all, ownership, buying land. So that you can plant trees.
Exactly.
And that we can feed ourselves.
Yeah. Right. It all starts with that, for real. You know, you need to like own things, and sometimes it's easier elsewhere.
Yes.
Literally.
Sure.
Like we have
and it's easy to grow elsewhere. Like that's why I'm setting roots in Costa Rica. And you know, the vision, the goal, the plan right now is to buy land and I'll be able to live off of that land.
Yep. And the soil is good. It's not drained and sucked out of all this stuff in America. Yeah. And it's so beautiful. And you know what I love about you when we met? Like, she loves Peru. I'm Peruvian. My dad was born and raised. He lived there for like a decade. He also, and my abuela lived in Costa Rica. Even though we're Peruvian, we fucking love Costa Rica. They don't have a military. Everybody's hella chill. Pura vida. I have it tattooed on me. Like, I don't play. Those are the ticos. The people are so beautiful, girls. So I need to go back. And the jungle.
Oh, I love the sounds. The jungle. Yes. I belong wherever the jungle meets the ocean.
Yes. So divine, girl.
Yes.
So you're taking a trip soon.
Yeah, I leave very soon. I leave in a week to go back to Costa Rica. And I'll be looking for land, and also I'm building community with that too. So like me and some people from St. Louis, including a local farmer, we are all looking to purchase land together because I'm going to need that help.
Yeah. You can't do this by yourself.
I can't do that
Community.
by myself. Yeah. And there are plenty of people in Costa Rica who would help me because as soon as I got to Costa Rica, I fell into community. And that was really... Well, this is the part of the journey that I'm in, but that was the first place that I really felt like I fell into community as soon as I got there. And ever since that, everywhere that I go, I've been meeting community. But Costa Rica was that first place, and especially outside of the country. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's still kind of close, right? Like maybe you're not ready to go all the way to South America.
And they speak English.
Central. Yeah, there's a lot of English. People freak out about that.
Yeah.
You're going to be fine.
That's why this is like where I'm hosting my first retreat, because I'm like, people who have been nervous about leaving the country, this is the perfect place for you.
Yes. Yeah. And growing up in California, like everybody learns Spanish from day one. Like every school, it doesn't matter public or private, like that is what we do. In St. Louis,
as we should.
There is no language in school. And I'm like, what the...
Like, not even English, not really.
Barely.
Have you heard how we speak? Like,
oh my God. So like Spanish is such a love language. It's one of the easiest to learn. Like English is hard to learn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The spelling, the grammar.
It makes no sense.
It's hella weird.
Yeah.
Spanish is like
it's
smooth.
Structured. Yeah. It's like a song. I like it.
It is like a song. And the people, the community, like I love the Latin like vibe. If you saw the Bad Bunny concert, like he just finished his residency in Puerto Rico. He just had his like 31st finale. It was streamed live on Amazon, so the whole world could do it. But he intentionally did not do anything in the U.S. He's like, I'm not coming back to the U.S.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to be in Puerto Rico so I can bring hella dollars to my people.
Yeah.
And like Central and South America, like he'll go to Europe. He'll travel all over the world, but he's just like, I'm putting my foot down, like Colin Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need people to do things like this. And I hope that other artists open up their throat.
Yeah.
That throat chakra, because you have power, yo. Look what he did. And like, you're turning the whole economy after like tornadoes and hurricanes in Puerto Rico. But like, these guys need help. And, like life isn't perfect, like anywhere, right? But it can be way easier. And the community and like the love and like the pride is just like, it's like divine.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that for sure. And, the power is within us. It starts with us making the decision that, I'm not going to support capitalism. I'm not going to support colonization. I'm not going to support the companies that are completely taking over to where nobody else can even thrive.
Right.
Monopoly. Exactly.
The game, y'all, a children's game.
Yeah. It starts with us. Like we have to be very intentional with everything, with how we spend our dollar, with what we choose to feed ourselves. Because if people are spending their money on it, people who are looking to poison you or, like who just don't care and just want to capitalize off of you are going to keep doing it. Because that's what they're there for.
It's supply and demand. So we can demand better.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
There's more of us. Wait, there's
they need us. They are literally thriving off of us.
Yeah.
Not me, but
not me. Yeah. Personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that power, girl, and like standing in it, owning it, and oh my gosh, what a blessing, girl. Yeah. We could talk about like everything.
Yeah, it's so much. It's so much to talk about.
So much to talk about, girl. Okay, so we're gonna stay in touch about the yoga retreats. We're going to look out for Costa Rica. We're going to look out for Peru and California, the farm with the animal magic. Yeah, that sounds divine. And the water, the fresh air, right? I imagine like a lot of parents, for example, that might be like slightly easier depending on your situation. But try and go abroad. Just figure it out.
That's what the California retreat is actually solving. That's going to be a family retreat. I want you to bring the kids. We're going to have so many activities for the kids. Yeah. Like it's going to be so beautiful. So, so beautiful. Yeah.
Perfect, girl. Okay. Well, I think this is a wonderful time for final thoughts.
Okay.
Anything that you've been marinating on, anything that's come to the forefront that's important that you want people to know?
Yes.
Will you share with us?
Yeah, sure. So lately, like we've been talking, I've been very in awe of my own life and like just like how abundant how I have been just by choosing to forge my own path.
Ooh.
By choosing to not follow the blueprint that was given to everybody to work the 9 to 5, to do this thing and that thing, like, or to even covet and desire the things that they are trying to program in us to desire. So I just want to encourage everybody to be your own blueprint, to take time to sit in stillness, to sit with the breath, sit with the body, sit in intention, sit in your spiritual practice, and allow the lessons, the visions, all of it to come to you. Because this life, I didn't plan it. Like, I didn't know. I can't plan nothing. I'm like, all right, 3 months at a time, because every time I make a decision, something changes,
Right. Like,
but even within that, there's a lesson. The making a decision is the pivot to your direction. So you have to sit in intention, make decisions, and be open to pivot, be open to change, be open to the spiritual direction. And it's amazing how abundant your life can be when you are literally like doing it scared. You don't really even know, you don't know what's going on. You don't really know what you're doing, but having the faith that the divine direction is leading you on your perfect path. As I keep stepping forward, more of the vision becomes clear. More of the path becomes clear. So I just have to continue going.
Yep.
And one of the things that I really do preach too is that kind of starts with getting out of survival mode. It starts with your finances. Like
your root.
Safety,
Safety, security, shelter, your body.
Yes. Because once I found my financial freedom, which looks different for everybody, but once I was able to gain my financial freedom, that was when I was able to see things even more clearly.
Yeah.
Now I'm really able to step into my abundance. When I was working hard and doing all those things, I was making things happen for sure.
Yeah.
But once I became financially free and I was no longer in survival, no longer worried about where I'm going to live. I have a place to live that pays for itself,
Hello.
So like, assets over liabilities, and, my future retreats are also going to be about finances. I'm in school for accounting right now.
Let's go.
And since I know that is what really helped me in my journey, I want to be able to do that for other people too. Now that's going to be a couple years in the making. So right now, all the themes are really like, I'm on this path. So we going to see how everything goes, and what comes to me for a reason. Learning how to also grow your own food and how to go from farm to table. That's a lot of the things that I'm teaching in these retreats that I'm doing right now, on top of the yoga and the sound healing. So yes, everything is evolving, and we're just on a ladder, just going up and up and up.
Up and up. Yes.
Yeah.
Girl, that freedom, that's that freedom that we need. And then the courage. In my classes, I talk about how the Tin Man and the lion from The Wizard of Oz, they all wanted a heart. And people think about heart as like love and whatever, but it's also courage. It's courage. So like, why would the universe punish you for doing what you want, right? And like, you're also not even going to be creative if you don't get out of survival mode. The sacral is right on top of the root, yo. So that creativity, that singing, that dance, that music, that art, like whatever you're here, you're like ministry, like you have to be solid first, or else you can't even get there.
Yeah.
And so teaching people like this, these are the universal laws, girl. This is the key information, like the real curriculum.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
This is big. This is big. Okay, so Fluid, tell us, where can we follow you? How can we keep in touch with you?
Yeah.
Give us the details.
So I'm flowing with fluid everywhere. www.flowingwithfluid.com. That's my website. So anywhere that you want to find me, I'm flowing with fluid.
Perfect.
So yeah.
Yay.
Easy to find.
Easy. Yeah, so we'll put all the links in the show notes.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you, girl. This has been so lovely.
Yes. Oh, YouTube too. I have a YouTube channel. So if you are interested in seeing more about my journey, I just finished The Artist Way. Have you heard about The Artist Way? I just finished that. I've also traveled the U.S. in a shuttle bus. So if you want to see how I converted a shuttle bus into a travel trailer, that's all on there. If you just are intrigued about my journey, because I am very different, I am my own blueprint, just check me out. I have yoga flows, sound healing, meditations, all of that on my YouTube. So
beautiful, girl. Yeah, we need to see it. We need to see that it's possible.
Yeah, yeah, we do. Yeah.
Thank you, love. Well, this has been beautiful.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome. Okay, guys. Well, we will catch you next time.
All right, see y'all.
Thank you.
Peace.
Bye. You're looking for the most ethical, powerful, and magical fucking aromatherapy on the planet? I got the shit for you, okay? When you don't feel abundant or creative, confident, sexy, like on top of the world, this is the kind of shit that's gonna help you. I created this skincare line as an extension of my high school senior project. All natural aromatherapy experience, because that's what we did back in the day. On our priestess, bad bitch, queen shit, we used oils, the purest fucking oils that not only penetrated your skin, it anointed you. Waking up first thing in the morning, clearing yourself between meetings, before you pick up your kids, that's the kind of shit I'm on. Almost like if you were saging, but you don't need a lighter. So let me introduce you guys. These make beautiful gifts. A holiday gift, for a Valentine's gift, or a galentine for your clients. A sister circle, somebody's birthday coming up. I also have an affiliate program. So if you want to sign up and you want to be a brand ambassador for Align with Anna, you get paid. To learn more about that, please go to alignwithanna.com/get paid, and let's grow together. You can also shop wholesale, Etsy, and Shopify. As a mom, as someone who really values her self-care and her routine, I use all of these daily, and it's gonna come in a sweet little box. I will put some beautiful tissue in there. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Shop today.